Hi, Hero families, and welcome to Home Sweet Hoover. This is a chance for you to see what Hoover is all about. And I'm Dr. Rice, the principal, and my goal for this evening is to help you understand what it means to be a campus that receives Title I funding. So let's jump right in. What does it mean to be a campus receiving Title I funding? As a campus, we do receive additional funds, which are called Title I funds from the federal government to supplement the programs that are already existing on our campus. We qualify to receive these because we have a large percentage of students that qualify for free and or reduced lunch. And as you know, we are a CEP campus and all of our students receive free breakfast and lunch, which indicates our needs for these additional funds to help supplement and close the learning gap. Some of the ways, though, that we spend our funds are to purchase supplemental staff. So we may provide additional staff that our other campuses aren't able to provide because of these funds. We also may have programs or be able to bring in programs or purchase materials and supplies, again, to help benefit our students to be successful and to close that gap. We're also able to identify students who are struggling and provide assistance to help them meet standards. For example, two of our staff members that are paid with Title I funds are interventionists, and we have them in place due to the fact of the needs that exist, because those interventionists are able to provide a little bit more targeted instruction than maybe that good first instruction in the classroom might not provide. So we're able to do that with our interventionist. We also can conduct parental meetings, trainings, and other activities, as well as put resources in the hands of our families. Then that helps build that homeschool partnership that is so important to our heroes' success. Now, just like we have to have a plan, so does the district for Title I funds, and their plan includes student academic assessments, additional assistance for, again, struggling students, the coordination and integration of federal funds and programs. And some of those programs might include migrant, preschool, school choice, and supplemental educational services as applicable. And since we opened in 2017, actually, a portion of our full day pre K program has been provided from Title I funds that come from the district. They also have a parental involvement strategies, which include the district parental involvement plan. Now, everything that we do with Title I funds, though, has to be filtered through a system of data. We have to have data to be able to support however we're spending the funds. And so we do that through what we call our Campus Improvement Plan, or our CIP. And our CIP has several components. We do a needs assessment to be able to identify what needs do exist on the campus, and then how can we utilize those Title I funds to be able to provide and maybe meet those needs that are there. In addition to that, we do a summary of data in our campus improvement plan. We have goals and strategies to address academic needs of students as well as professional development needs. Because as we do our CIP, there are actually four portions or four goals that we are targeting. One is all centered about student achievement and growth. The second one is all about teacher recruitment and retention so that we can have those highly qualified teachers and keep them. And then in addition to that, it's safety and security and the parental involvement piece. Once we've determined all of those needs, there is a coordination of resources and a comprehensive budget is set. And then we also come up with that school's parental involvement plan as we work together to move forward and have growth for our heroes. We do have parents involved in the creation of our plan. One, we get your input. It's going to be asked for at the end of our presentation. But then we also have parents that serve on our Campus Performance Objective Committee, or our CPOC, which constantly looks at our CIP and the goals and the growth that we're making and how we're moving towards those targets. And I've listed those parents below for you so that you know who is serving. But then always, if you are interested in serving in something like that, please reach out to me. Now, we do have to set aside 1% of our funds for how we involve parents. And so any district that receives $500,000 or more in Title I funds is required by law to set aside at least 1% of those funds for parental involvement. Now, the district may take 5% to use for their district-wide system initiatives that they're putting in place for parental involvement, but the remaining 95% must be allocated to all Title I schools schools in the district, and each Title I school receives its portion of the 95% to implement at the school level for their parental involvement. We received $5,548 for our parental involvement. However, I will assure you too that I have actually added some more for something that I feel is such an important thing to do for our students. But let's talk about the ways that we use the parental involvement funds. One is for events like tonight, for the posters and such that you've seen around, the resources that we have going, that we have printed and put in place, the bingo cards that you're using. All of those things are basically supplies that we're using that we purchased with Title I funds to be able to have nights like tonight. We also have other family nights that are focused on instruction, and sometimes they're fun nights that we may be doing that focus on instruction as well. But we're pulling in all the fun to be able to make you have a good family night with your family, but then also bring about increase in instructional knowledge to build your students. We have our Hero Dads kickoff because we think it's great to have our dads involved. And so we'll have that and pay for any kind of supplies that we need with our Title I funds. You also have got some things in your hands with our Title I funds. The Parent Quick Reference Guide that went home at the beginning of the year with information of who to call and all of the information about PBIS and transportation and lunch. All of that was in the Parent Quick Reference Guide, which again, we paid for the printing of those at our print center through Title I funds. You got communication notepads or notebooks so that you can communicate with us about your student being absent or if they're leaving early or if they're coming in late. You have that notepad, and again, for you to be able to communicate with us. So it's having that communication back and forth to build that homeschool partnership. And then again, I always put in some additional funds because I do think it's important to get books in students' hands. And the last few years, I've been able to do that. And we can use parent involvement funds for that, or PAFE as we call it, parent and family engagement, because of the fact that we are sending books home that are a resource to you and your student. Because research shows that students just having one book in the home increases the chances of graduation. And that's what we're striving for with our heroes. So I'm so excited about being able to do that. Now, we have the school's parental involvement plan that we work to create together, and it does include, it's designed to work in partnership with parents to increase the student achievement. And again, it does include your input regarding ideas on how to spend our parental involvement funds, as well as things that you and your student can do to help them be successful. So when we look at the homeschool partnership agreement, we're looking at what we as the school can do. So we will make a commitment of what we will do as a Hoover team, but then we're also looking at what you as a parent can do. Can you make sure they're here on time? Can you make sure they get a good night's rest? Can you make sure that they are here at school unless they're sick, because attendance is so important? And then also, what can your student do? Can they make sure they get a good night's sleep? Can they make sure that they go, okay, Mom, Dad, I got to go to bed? Or can they make sure that they come ready to learn? Can they make sure that they are going to listen to their teachers? I know we have little ones, but they're capable of a lot. And so we want to make sure that we are all recognizing that we share a responsibility for improved academic achievement here at Hoover. And your input is needed. And once we receive all the input, we will compile that and we will share that with you. And it will either be sent home or provided to you in parent conferences, and it will also be in our newsletter for your reference. Now, I also know a lot of times that people are asking, how will I know if my child's teacher is highly qualified? And I'm excited to say that all of our classroom teachers are highly qualified. We do have a couple of specialized positions that we're still looking to fill one, and then one is filled by a long-term sub who is working towards her certification. But we are excited that we are able to say that at this time that is the case. However, since your student does attend a campus that receives Title I funding, you can always ask for that information on your child's teacher. And if you would like to receive that information, you may contact the Cypress Fairbanks ISD Human Resources Department. And I have noted the number in here in this presentation so you have it. Now, in addition to having the plan, we have to evaluate the plan. And so the evaluation of the district parental involvement plan is conducted annually, and it is conducted with those parents who their children are attending a campus that does receive Title I funding. And the goal is to analyze the content and the effectiveness of the current plan, as well as identify barriers to parental involvement. And the data that they get may include parent surveys, and that is required. There will also be focus groups and committees committees and processes and timelines that they're looking at. And then what is discovered from that information impacts the plan each year. So be looking in the spring for a remind message from me, as well as in our newsletters about that Title One parent survey, because you will get that information, because we do take it and put it into place and use it so that we can think forward and make sure that we are making growth and listening to the input and feedback provided by our parents. Now, it is my goal to help you understand what it means to that Hoover receives Title I funds, and I am here to answer any questions that you might have. So please feel free to reach out to me via Remind or via school messenger or email, or you can also call the front office, and I'm happy to be able to help answer any of those questions. But before you finish up today, please remember your input is needed, and I will be sending this out to you as well as sharing it tonight. But we need your input. Again, we need your input on how we spend our parental involvement funds, but then also on that homeschool agreement. What is something you as a parent can do to help your student be successful? And then also, what can your child do to be successful at school? Because it's all about us working together in partnership to bring about success. So thank you, thank you, thank you for taking an active part in your students' education. I appreciate you, and I'm so glad to have you at Hoover.